why I hate Spotify. How long have we been using Spotify? Since 2015 or 2016? I forget. However, I've had a few different accounts over that time. Okay, so the first reason is convenience. It's too easy, too unintentional. Since you have access to almost any music, why would you finish listening to this album? Why would you make your own playlist? The AI will do it for you. Why bother finding new music? The AI can tell you what to listen to. Or you can use the new scroll feature and let the algorithm help you. Why listen to the introduction when you could just skip to the chorus? Why bother adding an introduction to your song if you only get money if they listen for 30 seconds or more? Who will notice if an AI track slips in? Spotify has been using ghost artists to cut costs, which horrible. I hate it. The worst. And then shuffle is like, it's not random, which is kind of my problem with it, because it's like, girl, I wanted that randomness though. Like, if I didn't put it on shuffle for you to like play more things, like to play like some things more than other things. Like, for example, I put all of Korn into like one playlist and I put it on shuffle and I kept hearing the same 5 songs over and over again, and I was like, no, I literally made this playlist so that I could listen to all of the songs. I just wanted the order to be switched up, and this is the worst thing that could have ever happened to me. Oh my god, I can't handle this. I hate this planet. Yeah. Okay, so continued. If you do use the AI playlists, they do not seem to have any kind of grasp on what genre is what, and like what goes together, like just in any sort of way, which is horrible. And then there's the new DJ, which I tried out a couple of times. It is abhorrent. It will just show you stuff that you have recently been listening to, and I really don't understand why they would have added it at all, point blank period. And then there's the audiobooks, which is such bullshit, because if you're already paying for a subscription, why would your amount of audiobooks be limited in any kind of fashion? Like, that's just crazy. 0 out of 10. Anyways, as for the podcasts, they are not any better at recommending podcasts to you as they are with recommending music to you. They're very bad. So I would say if you're trying to find something new, Spotify is probably not going to help you with that. Or at least in my experience, it has not been helpful whatsoever. Anyways, I would say that it's just kind of like... Okay, so here's another like abhorrent feature, the recommended stations. One of which is figurative theater based on the Christian Death album. And then it just kind of has stuff from different artists that I have listened to before. It's just recommending me stuff that I have already like found, in a sense. And then there's like a couple of random songs, but they're probably horrible because I've listened to the like recommended stations different times, and it just kind of like is, I hate it. So a lot of things is just what they recommend to you. Like right now it's like, oh, it's New Music Friday. Oh my god, look at our AI playlist. And then it shows you what you've listened to recently. And then the next thing is like Friday drops pick for you. So that's not really, like, they didn't really do anything there, because you can follow artists on Spotify, and then it will, like, when they have a new album, it'll be like, oh my god, have you seen? Oh my god, I found it just for you. And you're like, no, girl. And then there's albums by artists you follow, which is basically the reason why it's different is because it is not necessarily the new albums. That's what the first one was. And then it's albums featuring songs that you liked. So that's dependent on which songs I've clicked the little like heart button next to. And it's not dependent on like, oh, if you've like listened to this 100 times, we're gonna like put it in your like thing or anything like that. And then it's like made for you, which is
shapes and colors the likes of which I've never seen.
So with the made for you, it gives you different like daily mixes, and they're kind of trying to group it by genre, sort of. Not necessarily by like subgenre. So it's kind of like I don't know, I hate it. And then there's recommended for today, which some of it's all just like stuff that I've listened to at some point. And then depending on like what type of genres they like that you listen to, they will give you like essentials for that genre. It's like, girl, I already been knowing about this. Like, why? And then there's trending albums for you, which is more so like very like popular stuff that you like if you don't listen to like as popular music. I go all over the place. Like I love some metal, but I also love like a good like Lana Del Rey song. So this part is more specifically for like very well-known albums, which is kind of like a weird line to draw. And then it's your playlist. Oh my god, thank you for giving me what I already have. And then like top picks in new music, which is they're just giving you albums that they think that you'll like. But the problem is that these are all bad recommendations because it's coming from the AI. I would say what would be a lot more fun is if you yourself could say, oh, I like this album, like a recommend to a stranger button, and then it'll recommend to someone that listens to similar genres and will like have a chance of liking them. So I'm not saying that the AI couldn't be there at all. Maybe I am. I don't know. I don't really like it. So then they give you more like whoever, and then so the difference between Spotify's like bigger playlists and the made for you ones is that the made for you ones are supposed to be more like tailored to your tastes, you know. And then the other thing is, it's hard for me to find, like, I can't remember which update it was, but it is just, like, they've made it harder for me to find music that I like or that I've listened to before even, which is like, girl, like, that's supposed to be like your whole thing. Like, how could you do this to me? And there's just kind of like more junk up in there, but then they're like best of artists, which is not very helpful. It's not, if I already listened to an artist, I think this is just like this isn't like, okay, so I clicked on this is Chapel Road one, and they have just like a good amount, like, I think I could be wrong, but I think this is just like every song that she's done, or just for like a different example, I clicked on Corn, and this one is just like this isn't, I like, maybe I do like the more popular songs for them, but I don't know, it does seem weird that I don't know. It just like doesn't, like, it's probably gonna be okay to listen to because like, it's gonna be good, but it looks like a bullshit playlist, and I don't really know like how to articulate that in a better way. Anyways, yeah, so if I go into my library, I have the option to sort it by playlist, podcast, albums, or artists. And the problem is that a lot of the things that you have to do to keep track of an album or an artist are kind of manual. Like, you have to follow an artist. It's not, oh, you listen to this artist for 100 hours. Clearly you like them. It's just like, if you forget, you might never find them again. Which is abhorrent. I know I keep using that word, but it is. Like, so in kind of like the automatic, it's unsorted. So it's just like anything that you've saved recently. But you could also sort it by alphabetical, creator, or recently added. So I'm gonna search it by recent and recently added is legitimately the same fucking thing. That's stupid. Okay. If I sorted by alphabetical, then I mean, it's it's alphabetical, but it's not, I don't know. Okay, so you could also filter it by activities, and the activities that it has for me are rock out, work out, or reading. Which kind of makes sense because I probably make playlists called that. But, or you could sort it by moods, and for mine we have dark pop. I don't even know. What is a dark pop? I don't know what that is. I swear they're making up subgenres that are not real.
Drink water! It's been a while since I've done that.